I'm Tom, and Moses Itauma and Fabio Wardley should absolutely not be fighting out of the same gym. They have reached a stage in this. I made a video quite a few months back saying that a fight I'd like to see before the end of 2025 is Fabio versus Itauma, Wardley versus Itauma, because at the end of the day, they are on a collision course and they shouldn't be in the same gym. We have now reached a point where it's kind of make or break. They can't be in the same gym. You can't have two people at this level boxing from the same gym. What you're going to end up with is another Wilder AJ situation where they just won't fight each other if they both get to be champions. And who gets to train? Who gets the trainer? Something needs to happen. And I think they need to fight, because at the end of the day, you can't have two people at this level in the same division in the same gym. It's too much. It's a disaster waiting to happen. They're both top guys. One's a champion and one's the next to Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? Like, they're superstars. Itauma's a big name. I'm going to go and see him in January on the Magnificent Seven card. Oh, I struggled to say that so much then. And you've got Fabio Wardley, who is a champion, like literally a champion. They shouldn't be in the same gym. They shouldn't be in the same gym. They are on a collision course. They've been on a collision course for a very long time. And now it's time somebody packs up and leaves. Moses Itauma versus Fabio Wardley is a huge fight. It's a colossal fight. That absolutely that does your O2. That potentially is bigger. You know, that with the right marketing could do a Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, I honestly think we know that they are both huge punchers. They are now getting towards the top of the division. They're both top 10 fighters. You could argue top 5, but certainly top 10 fighters in the heavyweight division, top 10 heavyweights, and they can absolutely whack. We know it's going to be an exciting fight. They're in the same gym. They need to fight sooner rather than later. It would be exciting. It could do Tottenham, just make that fight. Give Itauma, if he gets through Franklin, give him his title shot against Fabio Wardley if Usyk doesn't beat him there. But it needs to happen sooner than later. I think from Itauma's point of view, it makes more sense because Itauma's going to want a title shot. Itauma gets a title shot. Wardley's just got that title after beating Parker. It doesn't really make sense for him to go back down and fight Itauma, who's a wicked puncher and a southpaw. That said, look, Wardley's going to want the Usyk fight. Wardley's going to absolutely want the Usyk fight. Now that Usyk said that Wardley won't be champion for long, he's going to want the Usyk fight. He's going to want to prove who he is. Of course he is. And that makes total sense. I get that. So after that fight, you know, we've got Itauma fighting Franklin. If Wardley goes and fights Usyk, most people, look, we've written Fabio Wardley off enough times, but let's assume Usyk comes through that, or even if he doesn't, then you fight Itauma. Then it's either Itauma versus Wardley in some sort of, you know, that would be undisputed, in some sort of B-Tech, AJ versus Fury, that was meant to be undisputed. This would be that. This would be the undisputed title shot for Itauma and Wardley, two heavyweight British fighters. Or Wardley comes off the back of a loss to Usyk, beat Joseph Parker before that. There's no reason he can't step in there with Itauma. The battle of Ben Davison, like, loser moves on to the next one. He had some serious heavyweights, especially when AJ was there. He still does, but you can't have this. It's going to be huge, it's going to be exciting. They need to get it on. They need to fight. I don't see a reason why, if Itauma comes through Franklin, which I think he will, they don't fight. And it's either after the Usyk fight, or if Usyk goes on to fight Wilder, which he said he wants to do, just get it on. Just make the fight happen. That's my opinion. I've been calling for this fight for a very long time, people. Hopefully we see it sooner rather than later. Your thoughts on all of that in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and all stuff works, people. Peace.